Welcome. Here is how you can enhance productivity on Monday.com through the Smart SLA Status Column. App features. The Smart SLA Status Column app enhances productivity by automating SLA management, improving accountability, preventing deadline breaches, and streamlining communication and task management. It's especially valuable for teams that handle time-sensitive tasks and need to maintain service-level standards. This will help you configure a board where SLA policies are triggered and tracked based on a variety of factors, including due dates, resolution dates, status changes, and notifications. Step 1. Create or configure your board. Status column, also known as the SLA monitor. This column is where the SLA app will be installed and used to monitor the status of tasks and trigger SLA policies. Step 2. Install the SLA app on your board. Go to the apps marketplace on Monday.com and search for the Smart SLA Status Column app. Go to the Status column. Click on the three dots next to the column, select Column Extension. Then, select the app Smart SLA Status Column. Choose the label of the status column for monitoring the SLA. The status column label will monitor the task status like in progress, completed, or paused. This will track the task's progress. Configure the SLA policies. Now, with the selection of the SLA status label, select the case type, which is the status column. Configure the SLA policy for each status label, such as high priority, low priority, or medium priority, to define which status label corresponds to a specific SLA type. For example, high priority cases might need to be resolved within 24 hours, while low priority cases have a 72-hour resolution time. Due date creation. The app will automatically calculate and populate the due date column based on the policy defined for each SLA type or status label. Resolution date. When a task is marked as resolved or closed, the resolution date will be automatically recorded in the designated resolution date column. Time to resolution. Set a trigger to calculate and track the time required for resolution based on the triggered SLA type. This will be measured either in days, hours, or minutes depending on the policy configuration. Notifications for breaches. Set up a trigger that sends a notification to the assigned person, found in the People column, if the resolution time crosses certain thresholds or breaches the SLA. The content of the notification can specify details like the task name and remaining time. Status change notifications. Another trigger will activate when the status column changes, sending notifications about tasks that are paused, restarted, or completed. Example use case. Here's an example of how you can structure your Monday board with different columns to use the SLA app effectively. We have set up an SLA policy on the in progress label within the SLA monitoring status column, which applies to tasks involving the resolution of critical bugs that must be marked as high priority. This policy requires such tasks to be resolved within 24 hours and triggers a notification to the individual assigned in the person column when the task reaches 90% of its time threshold. If the task is completed within the 24-hour period, the SLA policy status changes to done, and the resolution date is automatically recorded based on when the status changes to done. The same process applies to other SLA monitoring status column labels such as pending, hold, etc. When an SLA type labeled as high priority is triggered for a task such as fixing a critical bug, the SLA monitoring status automatically updates to in progress with a due date set for 1 day from the current time. If the task is not completed within the specified time, a notification is sent when the task approaches 90% of the threshold, alerting the assigned person that the SLA is at risk of being breached. If the task is completed on time, the resolution date is auto-populated when the status changes to done. This process can similarly be adapted for other tasks, such as generating reports or adjusting statistics, with different priority levels like medium priority and so on. Get it now on Monday App Marketplace.